If you had to conquer yourself like a kingdom, how would you begin? That is the question Machiavelli would ask you, not to entertain you, but to expose you. Because in his world, undisciplined men were not just weak, they were doomed. You think you're battling laziness, distraction, a little procrastination here and there. Machiavelli would scoff, you're battling for your crown, for control of the empire that is your life. And the enemy is inside your walls, your habits, your comfort, your excuses. He never wrote for the soft-hearted. He wrote for men who wanted power, men who were willing to suffer for it. So if you want true discipline, start by realizing it isn't about feeling good. It's about feeling nothing. Silencing the voice that says just 5 more minutes, killing it if necessary. It is much safer to be feared than loved, he wrote. But he wasn't just talking about ruling others. He meant you should fear wasting your own potential more than you love your fleeting pleasures. That fear, that's the seed of discipline. Water it daily. What is discipline? Truly, it's not waking up at 5 a.m. and posting about it. It's not cold showers and green smoothies. Discipline is a declaration of war against your lower self, a silent oath you take when no one's watching. It's bleeding quietly, every day while the world sleeps. Machiavelli taught princes how to lead armies, control people, and manipulate appearances. But before all of that, he demanded one thing: mastery over the self. A man who cannot command himself is not fit to command others. That's your starting point. You don't need more motivation. Motivation is weak. It disappears when you're tired, bored, or rejected. What you need is a system, a structure so cold, so rigid that your feelings can't break it. And here's the truth: systems are what disciplined men live by, not moods. Machiavelli didn't trust emotion. He knew it was dangerous. He replaced it with strategy, logic, and relentless repetition. If you want Machiavellian discipline, you must do the same. Look at your day. Every hour you waste is a thief. It steals from the empire you could build. Scroll long enough and you'll scroll through your life. Let distraction in and it becomes your master. Your discipline dies not with a bang, but with a series of tiny compromises. You told yourself you'd start the workout. You said you'd write that page, study that chapter. You lied, not to the world, to yourself. And that's the most dangerous deception of all. Machiavelli would have exiled such a traitor. Why don't you? He believed in force, not always physical, but psychological. The pressure to perform, the refusal to retreat. Apply it inward. Give yourself no exit, no excuse, no second chance. The bridge is burning behind you. You move forward or you perish. The first hour of your day is sacred. It sets the tone. Own it. Don't reach for your phone. Reach for a weapon, your schedule, your journal, your battle plan. Machiavelli didn't wait to react. He attacked. Do the same. You're not tired. You're undisciplined, you're not busy, you're disorganized. Face it like a prince would, without self-pity, without lies. Brutally honest, coldly efficient. The truth may sting, but it sharpens. Excuses only rust. Machiavelli wrote that half of our actions are ruled by fortune, the other half by virtue. Virtue, as he called it, was your raw power, your will, your courage, your discipline. If you don't cultivate it daily, fortune will devour you. So, how do you train this power? Through repetition, through rituals that don't rely on motivation, through doing what must be done, even when you're broken, especially when you're broken. Because that's when the transformation happens, when comfort would have killed you, but you moved anyway. Don't wait for clarity. Machiavelli didn't. He moved while others hesitated. Indecision is death in politics and in discipline. If it matters, do it now. If it hurts, lean into it. If it scares you, confront it. The body obeys the mind, but only if the mind is trained like a soldier. If your thoughts wander, leash them. If they rebel, punish them. You are the commander. There is no democracy in your head. There is only rule. People ask how to stay disciplined. The answer is brutal. Stop asking. Just begin. Show up when you don't want to. Finish what you start. Burn the plan B. Make your standards untouchable, even when your mood is not. Don't count the days. Make the days count. Every sunrise is a summons. Answer it. Every morning you skip your goals. You strengthen your enemy. Apathy is not neutral. It is sabotage. It is betrayal. Your future self is watching. What will you show him? Discipline or decay? Machiavelli would tell you every action you take is either power or weakness. Build a legacy of power, one habit, 1 hour, one decision at a time. Let your calendar become sacred scripture. Let your routine become unbreakable doctrine. The prince who ruled his day ruled his kingdom. The man who ruled his thoughts ruled his fate. That man is feared. That man is free. That man is you if you choose it. The problem isn't that it's hard. The problem is you still expect it to be easy. You still wait for the right mood, the perfect timing, the ideal conditions. Machiavelli didn't wait. He acted, and his name echoes through centuries. Will yours? You are not too late. You are not too broken, but you are too soft. That softness is the reason you doubt, the reason you stall, the reason you break. Sharpen your edge, harden your will. Let life shape you like iron. What would Machiavelli say to the man who skips his habits, scrolls his hours away, sleeps through his purpose? He'd say, you deserve your chains, but he'd also say, break them if you still can. This is your wake-up call. Your challenge, your battlefield. No more planning, no more wishing. You've studied enough, you've talked enough. Now do, act, strike, build, rise, and never look back. Because once you embrace discipline, the war is no longer outside you. It is inside, and you are winning, and that, Machiavelli would say, is how rulers are born. You think discipline is about being tough. It's not, it's about being strategic. Machiavelli didn't praise strength for its own sake. He praised strength with purpose. Discipline isn't raw willpower, it's architecture, design, ruthless structure. In The Prince, he warns us, power without structure collapses. So does ambition. You want to rise, then build systems so solid they ignore how you feel, because feelings are weather, systems are steel. The weak man sets goals. The disciplined man sets traps. For himself, he builds a schedule that forces execution. No wiggle room, no mercy. He removes choice so that only action remains. Want to work out daily? Set your clothes out the night before. Block the time. Prepare your fuel. Want to write? Open your document the night before. Leave no excuse untouched. Discipline doesn't trust the future you. It chains him to accountability. Machiavelli didn't just rule with power, he ruled with information. Insight, foresight. He knew that every small detail either supported or sabotaged the whole plan. Apply that same political mindset to your habits. Audit your environment like a spy master. Look around your room right now. Is it designed for clarity or chaos? Are your tools within reach? Or are your temptations closer? You are a product of your environment. If your temple is a circus, expect disorder. Clean it, strip it down, make your space sacred. Every object should serve your mission or be destroyed. Discipline begins where clutter ends. Then go deeper. Look at your digital world, your apps, your tabs, your feeds. Are they making you sharper or softer? Are they feeding your empire or starving it? Would Machiavelli scroll mindlessly for hours, or would he weaponize attention? Discipline is focus under fire. It's clarity in a storm. About the cost. Because make no mistake, discipline has a price. You will lose comfort. You will lose approval. You will lose people who fear your ambition. But what you gain is sovereignty, authority, command over yourself. The undisciplined man fears being alone, so he fills his life with distraction, noise, crowds. But the prince, he thrives in silence, because that's where real power is born. You must learn to sit with yourself, undistracted, unmedicated, undefeated. If you can't be alone in a room without entertainment, you are not free. If you can't spend an hour without checking your phone, you are not in command. The man who cannot retreat into solitude is a prisoner, not a ruler. Isolation is not punishment, it's preparation. Machiavelli would advise you to withdraw strategically, to study, to reflect, to plan, to grow in silence so you can strike in noise. If you want to lead others, start by leading yourself when no one is watching. Build routines that feel like rituals. Not chores, not trends, sacred rituals. If your discipline is based on hype, it will die. If it's based on principle, it will live. Tie your actions to identity. I am the kind of person who finishes what I start. You will want to quit. Not once, often. The mind will offer 1,000 exits. It will say, rest today, start tomorrow. You've earned a break. But that voice is the enemy. It is the softness that Machiavelli told you to strike first. Don't argue with it, replace it, build triggers, alarms, contracts, systems. Let your life become a machine, beautiful, functional, inevitable, until execution becomes as normal as breathing. The disciplined man doesn't rely on inspiration. He creates infrastructure. He doesn't hope to remember his goals. He tattoos them into his environment. Sticky notes, whispers, so build them. Every wall you raise keeps weakness out. Machiavelli would tell you to anticipate sabotage, not just from enemies, but from within. So you set traps, you plan around laziness like it's an assassin. You build so smart, so tight, that failure becomes nearly impossible. Yes, you will still fail sometimes. That's part of it. But the disciplined man doesn't spiral. He rebounds with vengeance. He doesn't start over. He continues. He adapts. He evolves. Time is your greatest weapon or your deadliest curse. Wield it like a sword. Carve out blocks of uninterrupted sacred time. Defend them. Let no one, no app, no person, no excuse violate them. Discipline is also choice, but not in the way people think. It's not about choosing the easy path. It's about choosing the right one over and over again until the right path becomes automatic, habitual, and unstoppable. This is how Machiavellian discipline works, not by force, but by design, by crafting your day so that the only logical move is progress, and by killing every loophole your past self used to crawl back to weakness. You are building a kingdom, not a cottage. A throne, not a beanbag, so expect resistance, expect fatigue, expect attacks, but also expect victory if your structure is stronger than your mood. Most men quit because they're reactive, but discipline is proactive. You don't wait for temptation to strike, you prepare in advance. You don't hope you'll feel strong tomorrow, you ensure it today. Machiavelli never believed in fairness. He believed in power. Discipline gives you that, not over others, but over yourself, which is the only control that truly matters. If you can rule your mind, your body, your minutes, you are already a king. So here's your blueprint: structure, silent system, strategy, not dramatic, but unstoppable. And that's the word, unstoppable. Make that your identity. Discipline isn't punishment, it's protection, it's proof of who you are and what you stand for. It's what separates the powerful from the pitiful, the ruler from the ruled, and the future from the forgotten. Machiavelli would not beg you to become disciplined. He'd dare you to be stronger than your past, sharper than your weakness, louder than your doubt. He'd dare you to take the throne or die building it. They told you pain is a warning sign. Machiavelli would say it's a signal to tighten your grip, not to pull away, but to push harder with more cunning and force. Because pain, when controlled, becomes fuel, and most men waste it by whining. There is a secret world beneath your weakness. It's where real discipline lives, not in ease, not in comfort, not in sunny motivation speeches, but in dark mornings, cold decisions, and doing what must be done without applause. Most people stop at discomfort. Machiavellian minds begin there. Your ability to endure pain while executing your plan is your power. Weak men call it madness. Great men call it discipline. Niccolò would tell you, the wise man does at once what the fool does finally. Why? Because delay is a lie told by the lazy to sound clever. There is no perfect time, only now. Act, strike, move. You think you need motivation to finish. Machiavelli would laugh. Motivation is a luxury, discipline is necessity. The lion doesn't wait for the sun to rise. He hunts in the dark. Every moment you hesitate, your inner empire decays. Every time you choose comfort, you hand over your crown to chaos. Discipline is choosing order over indulgence, mission over mood. You can dress your excuses in silk, but they still bleed weakness. Excuses are dressed up lies designed to keep you average. A disciplined man strips them naked and buries them in silence. When your body resists, your mind must rule. That's the Machiavellian code. Dominate the body with the mind and the world with strategy. You are not tired. You are untrained in commanding yourself. Discipline isn't just doing hard things, it's becoming harder than the world around you. When others collapse, you can surgical cold, and it works. Do you want to feel alive? Then do what's difficult, daily, without fail. Because that's what turns a boy into a weapon, a man into a monarch. Machiavelli understood that pain makes the prince worthy of his throne. If you can't rule your morning, how will you rule a kingdom? If you can't control your screen time, how will you control your fate? Discipline begins at the smallest battle and grows into a war strategy. The most powerful men don't look powerful. They're quiet, measured, unreadable. Because true strength isn't loud, it's lurking, controlled. Discipline gives you that edge, that shadow, that silence before the strike. You want to command respect, then dominate yourself first. Self-discipline radiates. It makes people hesitate, wonder, obey. Why? Because the man who obeys himself can never be ruled. Machiavelli wrote that it's better to be feared than loved if you can't be both. Let that begin with yourself. Fear your own laziness, your excuses, your softness. Fear them enough to destroy them daily. Most men avoid responsibility because it demands structure. They want freedom, but forget that freedom without rules is chaos. Discipline builds the walls that protect your greatness from distraction. You don't need more apps, hacks, or planners. You need brutal honesty. Look at your habits, your routines. What do they say about your future? Your life is proof of your discipline or lack of it. Here's the truth. Every undisciplined action steals from your legacy. Every late start, skipped task, ignored standard, it compounds, and one day it bankrupts your dreams in silence. The disciplined don't fear burnout. They fear regret. They know rest is earned, not scheduled blindly. And when they rest, they recover like warriors, so they can return sharper. There are no shortcuts, only systems. The prince who masters structure becomes unpredictable to the chaotic, and unpredictability is power in the Machiavelli. Surprised by your results. You are perfectly aligned with your rituals. You don't get what you want, you get what you tolerate. Tolerate laziness, and mediocrity will become your master. Train your mind to operate without negotiation. The task must be done, your feelings are irrelevant. The Machiavellian mind bends emotion to logic, not the other way around. If your mind is not ruled by clarity, it will be ruled by chaos. This is why discipline must be daily, even hourly, because chaos is always hunting. The more disciplined you become, the less negotiation exists in your day. This is how you win silently, strategically, like a true prince of purpose. While others flaunt fake hustle, you build quietly with razor-sharp habits, until one day your results become too loud to ignore. That's how power is taken, slowly, steadily, without asking. Because the world belongs to those disciplined enough to deserve it, and the rest they watch, they wish, and they waste. So here we are, no music, no hype, just this truth. You either build discipline like a fortress, or live under siege forever. Machiavelli didn't warn you about failure. He warned you about weakness. The next part will not be easier, it will be sharper, heavier. Because by now, your excuses are running out of air, and what's left is the man you were meant to become.